In Toba Tek Singh lived Rana Ikrar. Adjoining the city, he owned fertile agricultural land. He had installed a boring system on the land and planted fruit-bearing trees like guava, amla, and lemon. On the remaining vacant land, he cultivated seasonal vegetables. Rana Ikrar's family included his wife Ikra, 3 daughters Dua, Fauzia, and Sarah, and an only son, Sahir. Fauzia was the youngest among the siblings. Rana Ikrar, keeping his daughter's futures in mind, started saving money early. He opened bank accounts and also invested in the National Bank's marriage policy. This proved fruitful when the daughters reached marriageable age, as Rana Ikrar had ample funds for their weddings. Over time, he found suitable matches and married off his 2 elder daughters. Not long after the weddings, his wife, Ikra, suddenly fell ill. Rana Ikrar tried local treatments in Toba Tek Singh, then took her to Faisalabad and Lahore for advanced care. Despite spending a large sum of money, Ikra's health continued to deteriorate, and she eventually passed away, leaving the family grieving. At the time, Sahir was 23 years old, and Fauzia had just turned 14. Years went by. Fauzia matured into a beautiful young woman, and Rana Ikrar dreamed of marrying her and Sahir at the same time, so that when his daughter left for her new home, his son's bride would be there to help manage the household. However, Sahir was not ready for marriage, causing Fauzia's wedding to be postponed. Unbeknownst to Rana Ikrar, Fauzia had fallen in love with Shahzaib, the son of a neighboring vendor named Mohsin. Shahzaib and Fauzia, who had grown up seeing each other as siblings, developed a deeper relationship over time. Taking advantage of the hours when she was alone at home, the two started meeting secretly. Eventually, whispers about Fauzia and Shahzaib's meetings reached the neighborhood elders. One of them informed Rana Ikrar, who in turn shared the matter with Sahir. Furious, Sahir wanted to confront Shahzaib immediately, but Rana Ikrar advised him to handle the situation wisely, fearing that a public scandal would harm Fauzia's reputation. Rana Ikrar questioned Fauzia about her relationship with Shahzaib, but she denied any involvement. Out of respect for her family, Fauzia started being more cautious in her interactions with Shahzaib. However, Sahir remained suspicious and began keeping an eye on Shahzaib. One day, he followed Shahzaib and saw him entering their house when no one was home. Enraged, Sahir confronted Fauzia and Shahzaib. After scolding Fauzia, Rana Ikrar emotionally appealed to her, reminding her of the trust and faith he had in her. Deeply remorseful, Fauzia promised never to meet or contact Shahzaib again. Shahzaib, heartbroken by Fauzia's decision, tried his best to reconcile with her, but she remained steadfast in her promise. Meanwhile, Rana Ikrar found a suitable match for Fauzia. Her wedding was arranged with Irfan, the son of Dildar from a nearby village, and the date was set for May 18th, 2015. On the wedding day, preparations were in full swing. The house was bustling with activity, and everyone eagerly awaited the arrival of the groom's party. As the barat approached, Fauzia, dressed as a bride, told her elder sister Dua that she needed to go to the nearby woods for a brief moment. Despite initial hesitation, Dua allowed her to go. Minutes later, Fauzia was found lying on the ground, bleeding heavily from a stab wound. She was rushed to the hospital, but was declared dead on arrival. The joyful wedding turned into a tragedy, and the police were called to investigate the case. Shahzaib was soon arrested, and during interrogation, he confessed to the crime. He admitted that he had asked Fauzia to meet him one last time on her wedding day. When she refused, he threatened to expose their past relationship. In panic, Fauzia agreed to meet him, but an argument ensued, leading Shazaib to stab her in a fit of rage. Shazaib was charged with murder and sent to jail, marking the tragic end of a love story that turned into a crime. The wedding celebrations were replaced with mourning, and the family was left to grapple with the devastating loss of their daughter.